Welcome everybody to the Business Podcast, where we pour out weekly business lessons week after week after week. I'm your host, Super Joe Pardo, and this week is brought to you by my book, Sales Won't Save Your Business. Focus on the top. That stands for team, offer, and process. Learn more about it on Amazon at saleswon't.com. This week, I want to talk about how you make up for the fact that we're all not perfect and that we do mess up sometimes. What are you going to do when things don't go to plan? Things don't go by the process. Things don't go by the rules. Things don't go by the checks and balances that you have put in place to make sure that every customer and your employees, your teammates, everybody's happy, everybody's getting what they want, and getting the experience that you've laid out for them with your business. How are you going to make up for that? I want you to think about a time where things didn't go as planned and you had your business compromised, and what did you do after the fact, right? What did you do to make up to the customer experience? What did you do to make up for the snafu that doesn't normally happen in your business? Did you comp a meal? Did you give them a credit of some sort, like store credit? Did you give them some extra promotional items to help make up for it? Did you do the most important thing, which is don't blame the customer, and make sure that you are putting yourself out there to them, that you're giving them the opportunity to hear from you that this is a mess up, that this won't happen again, this isn't how things are supposed to be, and giving them your time, right? Time is the most valuable resource we all have, and that's one of the reasons why I want to make sure that if you're giving that opportunity to your customer to have that mess up, and have them go through that, what are you going to do to help make it better? And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do something where you're giving them something extra, you're giving them something for free. It could be as simple as giving them your time to talk to them. Show them that you care. Show them that you understand what the issue is. I know a lot of times when there's customer experiences and they're like, I'm mad and I'm not having a great experience and this isn't working and why is it that this is happening? Sometimes really all you need to do is just stop, listen, and let them know that you're listening, not just blowing them off, not just telling them, hey, take your business somewhere else. Like, by listening, by giving that human aspect of yourself, whether you're a manager, even just a team member, on the front lines, it's so important that they understand that you're listening. And they're mad, right? They're frustrated. Like, we had our bags lost. One of our 4 bags was lost by the airline that we took on our trip to Disney. And listening to the manager come out to talk to, not us, because we were not happy about it, but whatever. There was another couple in front of us that lost their bags. They're going on a cruise later today. How is that airline going to handle it? Because if the bag doesn't get there by a certain time, they're not going to have any of their bags for their cruise for a whole 7 days or whatever it was they were going on. Trying to de-escalate a situation, take that first step every time. Doesn't matter who was right, who was wrong. Just try to understand their point of view, allow them to understand that you're listening. It's not always easy, right? Because they might be yelling in your ear, and not act in the way that they would normally want to act, or that you would prefer that your customers act. But things go wrong, things happen, and that's where it's really important on you as the frontline person, or even in the back, to come from the back. Come from the top, come down from there, talk to the customer, and let them understand that somebody cares, somebody's listening. That's what most people want in most situations. What else is going on? There's a whole bunch of changes and things going on in the business, in the repair shop, we're making system changes, we're making procedural changes, and it's all starting to come together, and it's really for the most part it's helped things move a lot smoother. But sometimes it's not just about the tools that you have, but it's about how you implement and how you use those tools. So it's something that we're working on. It's something that it's been a process going through for sure, working with so many different people to get everybody on the same page and get everything working. And then even in my own for myself, look, I never use the system that we're using, the new computer system that we're using right now. So like I'm learning as well, talking to the tech support like regularly to figure out solutions for different problems that we're having, figuring out terminology in the system as far as like what we're going to use to make sure that everything runs as smoothly as possible. So that's what's going on this end. Just been super entrenched in the growth, from everything that we have going on at once. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode of the Business Podcast, please feel free to share it with somebody who would get something out of this. Dig a little deeper and just listen. It's tough to sometimes give our time. We have a lot of people pulling at us, and I just want you to make sure that you're doing everything you can to show that you understand, and you're able to put yourself in their shoes and give them some form of relief, even if it's the smallest that you're able to give in that time that's right then and there. This episode has been brought to you by my book, Sales Won't Save Your Business. Learn all about focusing on the team, the offer, and the process at saleswon't.com. It's in paperback, it's in Kindle format, and in audiobook format, all on Amazon right now. I hope everybody has an amazing week.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of The Business Podcast featuring Super Joe Pardo. Get more business content at superjoepardo.com. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on The Business Podcast, send an email to joe@superjoepardo.com. The Business Podcast is copyrighted to 234 Solutions, LLC.